Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back after these short messages.
Hello and welcome to Thin Places Radio. I'm your host, and it is the middle of the night. But don't worry, you're not alone. I'm coming to you live from my studio, which is what I like to call the overgrown back alley behind this bar. Garbage is overflowing from the dumpster, grass is coming through the cracks in the asphalt by the chain link fence. I can see a couple of stars if I close one eye and then the other. Every time I do, they've moved just a little bit closer. Inside, muted neon, the resin clack of someone taking the balls out of the pockets of the pool table, a handful of drowsy conversations from the last call regulars. Outside, and outside all of it, me. And this raccoon. What is Thin Places Radio? Well, you can call in about anything strange that you've got going on in your life. Feelings, omens, premonitions, hauntings. Have you suddenly dropped off the map, driven off the edge of the virtual earth? Did you find God in the parking lot behind the CVS? Have you been awake so long that you're starting to wonder if you'll ever sleep again? Call in, get it off your chest. If it's supernatural and sentimental, that's what I'm here for. When the veil between worlds is thin, we get closer than ever to the strange and unexplained, but also to each other. Let's close that gap between worlds a little bit more. Lines are open.
Sorry, I just walked up a flight of stairs. I'm sitting in the dark at my desk and just kind of thinking about when I was maybe 11 or 12 and went to morning mass. And for, I don't know, maybe a month, someone was coming in the night and like arranging dimes and matchsticks on the altar, and making all these strange little geometric designs, usually triangles. And it was the strangest thing, not because, matchsticks are incredibly destructive, but it just felt strange. All right, take care. Bye.
Thanks for calling, listener. It's really good to hear your voice again. I hope everything went all right with your upstairs neighbors. Or without them. These trinkets you keep seeing on the altar, the matchsticks, the loose change, well, those were offerings. Sometimes it seems easy to give and to give and to give until it's not. Until you realize that you've stripped yourself down to salvage. Maybe instead just a little matchstick is enough. Does it matter if no one else can understand it? Maybe God, whatever she's like, takes joy in the small things we give her if we offer them in generosity and love. A matchstick, after all, isn't a piece of wood. It's a potential flame. There's a whole future inside it. Worship is love at a distance, a ritual of obsession or trust. We all do it in our own way. We make symbols when we can't speak. Are the trinkets on the altar an offering or a message? Are they saying, here is something I must give you? Or are they saying, here is a message that must reach you? And in the end, is there a difference? It's a golden record shot out into space. Isn't worship, like love, the simple act of opening your hand and reaching out? Isn't it just opening your heart and saying, please? So maybe that's a big thing after all. The gift always says something about the giver. The way I see it, this could have been a call or a response. It's like crop circles. Is the farmer trying to reach someone else, or is someone else trying to reach the farmer? Something weird, listeners. A piano falling down a flight of stairs. You heard it in your head, right? Was it a sad sound or a funny one? Or something completely untranslatable? Is it a sound you could ever unhear after you've heard it? The bartenders open the back door to hose down the mats now, a little river of crawling light reflecting off the water. Someone is pulling someone else in for the final kiss of the night. It's too late for me to go in. I don't know where my license is anyway. Maybe I left it in the car. I don't know what I believe anymore. None of it, or all of it, maybe. I can't remember the last time I really thought about it like this. Maybe there are no small offerings. Sometimes even the tiny things feel like a heart beating outside of a chest, or a space probe launch, or a piano falling down a flight of stairs. In any case, I think this whole broadcast might be my pleas. I'm reaching out to all of you. Thank you for listening, callers, and thank you for calling, listeners. I hope you feel a little bit lighter. I know I do. As always, our number is 717-382-8093. That's 717-382-8093. Leave us a message. Until next time, I'll be here.
Visit us at the diner just off Road right.
Thin Places Radio is a podcast written by Kristen O'Neal and produced by Kaitlin Bruder. The voice of your host is Kristen O'Neal. Tonight's voicemail was left for us by Caitlin Ruiz. Editing and sound design are by Kaitlin Bruder, and the music tracks you heard in tonight's episode are the Thin Places theme by Miles Morkri and Umeed by RANA. If you have a story to tell or a question to ask, give us a call at 717-382-8093. The lines are always open.